In this video I have 10 niche fragrances that I'm looking forward to wearing this spring. There's only one in there that's not a niche fragrance, it's a designer house, but I think this particular one, maybe you'll agree, deserves a spot in the niche world. If you're interested, stay tuned. When I think of spring fragrances, I'm thinking about lighter fragrances, something that is not quite as heavy as it is when it is cold outside, but they still have to be dense enough to withstand a little bit of the colder evenings or colder days, but light enough for the summer days or for the spring days when it's warmer outside so they don't become overpowering. I did a designer version of this video not too long ago. If you're interested, I will link it in the top. So like I said, in this one, everything is niche except for one. Now, if you don't know what niche is, most of you probably do. Niche simply means that it is a fragrance house that only does fragrances. It does not do clothes or watches or anything like that. So that's what niche means. And in this video, I only have one that is a designer. I think it's niche quality, so it's in here, and we're gonna do this one first. And it is, of course, Tom Ford. And the fragrance that made it into the niche list from Tom Ford is Grey Vetiver. I think this Grey Vetiver from 2009 is a perfect companion for you in the spring, or for me in the spring. It is deep enough and dense enough to hold out for the cooler days, but also when it's a little bit warmer outside, this one really shines. With orange blossom, sage, orris root, this one fits in perfect in the spring. There's also some nutmeg and amber in this fragrance. Grey Vetiver, this is, by the way, this is the Eau de Parfum edition. It's not the Eau de Toilette, which came out later. This is a little bit denser, a little bit deeper. In my opinion, I don't need the Eau de Toilette. It smells very similar, just a lighter version, and I generally like a little bit of a heavier scent. But this one has enough kick to withstand the cold, and it has enough lightness to actually shine when it's warmer outside, as spring sort of doesn't know what it wants to do. Grey Vetiver lasts all day long, and I would say it has about elbow length protection. It is 100% office friendly. You can dress it up or you can dress it down. It is elegant and a fresh fragrance. One thing I would caution for though with Grey Vetiver from 2009, the EDP, is that it has a little bit of an old school vibe about it. It is a little bit on the Greeno Fougere, like as a nuance of that. So it's a little bit barbershoppy. So if you're not into that kind of fragrance, then this might not be for you. But I like that because it's fresh, it's inviting, it's versatile. It's a great fragrance to me for spring. The next one the next two actually we're going to look at are from Mancera. And the 2011 Cedrat Boise is a fragrance that many people like to switch from Creed Aventus. If you're a Creed Aventus lover and you like fragrances in that direction, then I think Cedrat Boise from 2011 is a really good choice. Cedrat Boise is an aromatic, fresh, spicy with a fruity accord. There's also some cedar and sandalwood in its base. It's perfect for spring. There's also a note of jasmine in here that's kind of surrounding you the entire time. It's a perfect spring fragrance. It also has some leather and patchouli, so it has a little bit of a depth to it as it dries down. Cedrat Boise, to me, lasts about 8 hours or so, and it has really good protection about arm's length. It's a good alternative to Creed Aventus if you're kind of tired of wearing that or you just want to switch it up a little bit. Cedrat Boise, I kind of reach for this one if I don't know what to wear and I just want to wear something that I know I'll like. Cedrat Boise from Mancera is a perfect choice for spring. The next one I pick is also one from Mancera. And I'm kind of sad I only bought the small bottle. Actually, I bought it and I didn't look at what milliliter I was buying, so I got the small bottle by accident. And I'll probably be buying a bigger one at some point. But it is Mancera and it is Kush from 2018, I believe it was. The strong incense note that you get from Kush is from the cannabis. It's a bit sour and it is a bit smoky, and you also have some frankincense or olibanum in this one, which gives it a nice dose of smokiness. But don't worry, this fragrance will not get you arrested. If you're looking for something that smells like, the cannabis you can smell at a concert, this is not going to do it for you. This is definitely not a cannabis scent. It smells, it's a fragrance. So it is, you can wear this anywhere without getting into trouble. The labdanum and vanilla mixed with the white musk keep Mancera Hindu Kush from going over the top. There's also quite a bit of depth in Hindu Kush from the Gaiac wood and amber in the base. Hindu Kush will also last you about 10 hours plus, and it has really big projection. So go easy on the sprayer. You don't need a lot of this one, and it lasts you all day long. While Cedrat Boise from Mancera is more on the masculine side, I think that Hindu Kush from Mancera is 100% unisex and can be worn by anybody. Next, we'll go to two fragrances from Acqua di Parma that I love wearing in the spring. The first one is going to be Acqua di Parma, and it is Colonia Club from 2015. It's the green one. You see that one, and you can pick this one up nowadays for a pretty good price. This is a classic fragrance. It's definitely something for a gentleman. If your father used to wear green Irish tweed, or you wear green Irish tweed, you're sure to love this one as well. It's along the same line with, you know, the lavender, the vetiver, and there's some ambergris in this one as well. If you like green Irish tweed, then Acqua di Parma Colonia Club should be totally up your line or up your alley. The only thing that I find with Acqua di Parma Colonia Club is that it doesn't really last too long. 4 to 6 hours is all you're going to get with this one, and it probably protects about elbow length, but that's it. So 4 to 6 hours, you just have to respray it, take it with you. It's not going to last too long. But then again, it has a good price point, so you can just spray more. My second fragrance from Acqua di Parma is Colonia Oud, and this one is from 2012. Colonia Oud is a woody, fresh citrus with agar wood in it, which is oud. And there is also some amyris in this fragrance, which amyris is a piney citrus. There's also some patchouli and leather in this fragrance. Now this is still very, very light. I know it sounds like it's getting heavier, but it remains very, very light. And of course the Acqua di Parma DNA is definitely noticeable, and it smells like an Acqua di Parma. Acqua di Parma Colonia Oud will last you about 8+ hours, and it does protect about arm's length. So it has good protection, and longevity is also very good. If you're looking for a spring oud, then Colonia Oud is it. It is not heavy, but it is on the lighter side. It is not sweet, it's more on the tangy side. If I had to give you an example of what this smells like to me, it kind of smells like if you were in a high dollar hotel and they would have a oud soap for you to use. That's what it smells like. It's a luxurious oud soap from Acqua di Parma. Perfect for spring. And since we're kind of talking about, you know, oud fragrances a little bit, the next one is also kind of along that line. It's a freshie that you could wear that has a little bit of a oud hint to it, and it is Layton Exclusive from Parfums de Marly. It is perfect for spring with water lily, rose, and gardenia. This oud brother of the original Layton Exclusive, has oud from Laos in it. Also there is coffee, there's a little bit of civet, there's also some vanilla, patchouli, and amber in this fragrance. This is a green, slightly almondy Layton fragrance with oud in it. The DNA of the original is still very much there. It is perfect for spring, and it has really good longevity and sillage. I did do a comparison video between Layton Exclusive and the original Layton. I will try to link it in the top if you're interested in those two to see what the differences are. The next one is a phenomenal fragrance from Creed. I love wearing this one in the spring or even in the fall. Actually, I like to wear this one just about any time, but I think it really shines in the spring. This one was created by Olivier Creed in 2017, and it is none other than Creed Viking. Creed Viking is the perfect balance of lavender, Bulgarian rose. There's also some vetiver in this one, and You also have some patchouli. There's also a double dose of pink pepper in this one and a hint of mint. Creed Viking lasts all day, 8 hours plus. It has a little bit milder projection, but it is 100% elegant and sophisticated. It is a gentleman's scent. It is somewhat old school, just a tad. Perhaps a little bit more of a mature man's scent. I wouldn't see this on anybody that's, 18 or 20 years old. Older for sure. The name Viking, of course, is a little bit misleading. Most people were expecting a deep, dark fragrance, somewhat dirty. And especially if you're coming off of, the series Vikings, where they all sort of looked kind of deep, dark, dirty. This is not it. Creed Viking, the name, the fragrance for itself, to me, is more like along the lines of a Viking's dream. It is natural, it is clean, it is fresh. It's as if a Viking was walking towards Valhalla. The next 3 fragrances that I have are also all quite stunning. The one that I have lined up here in front of me is a really good one, and it is Creation E or Enigma, and it is the Cologne version by Roja Parfums or Roja Dove. This is a fabulous fragrance for spring. What a treat this Creation E or Enigma is from 2019. The perfumer behind this, of course, is Roja Dove. This is a perfect fragrance for spring. In here you will find jasmine, neroli, rose, and some geranium. This is a really sparkly fragrance that has some depth to it and some warmth. It's really an exquisite fragrance. I love wearing this one. The whole fragrance is deepened with some cognac. There's some benzoin in here. There's also some vanilla and there's tobacco as well. And of course, you have a great ambergris dry down, which is one of my favorites. This is floral, bubbly goodness. It lasts 8 hours plus and it has arm's length projection. This is a cola fragrance or a bubbly cola fragrance with a floral vibe. Really great for spring. The next one from 2017 is a really good one for all you Aventus lovers out there. If you want something that's a little bit unique and different in the genre of the Aventuses in the world, then I think this one is really great. And it is Hacivat and is by the company called Nishane. Hacivat was created in 2017. It is an extrait de parfum. It has top notes of pineapple, there's some bergamot, and with the extrait de parfum you have to be really careful because you only need 1 or 2 sprays. This has monstrous projection and monstrous longevity. If you want to be smelled and you want to be noticed, this one will guaranteed do it. Just go easy on the sprayer. The top notes, like I said, on this one are pineapple, you have some bergamot, and a good dose of grapefruit. To me, this is a little bit on the sour side when you first spray it, and it stays pretty linear. There's also some cedar, some patchouli, and jasmine in this fragrance. It's very nice for the spring, and it has a oak moss and kind of a woody dry down at its base. But if you're looking for the exquisite dry down of Creed Aventus, this is not going to get you there. Like I said, Hacivat is a great fragrance, it's a great performer, and it smells really unique, but it's just a bit on the linear side, and it's not going to give you that wonderful ambergris dry down that you get from Aventus. But other than that, it's a great linear alternative to Aventus. And therefore, it's a great spring fragrance. And the final one is going to be one from the house of Francis Kurkdjian. I really love wearing this fragrance all year long. My wife likes wearing this one as well. But I think this one really shines in the spring. It is a beautiful fragrance, and it is Baccarat Rouge 540 from 2015. It is beautiful. You have some soft, sweet saffron and jasmine in this fragrance. And of course there's some ambergris in the dry down, which is just superb. I love ambergris. And there's also a note in here called fir resin. And fir resin is a bit, it's an aromatic green note, a sweet aromatic green note. That's fir resin. It's really a wonderful fragrance that you can wear all year long, especially in the spring. Baccarat Rouge 540 is a beautiful unisex fragrance, perfect for spring. It has an incredible longevity and really good protection. I'm talking about you spray this on your clothes and it would last for days. But the fragrance itself never is loud, it's never offensive, it's rather inoffensive. It is beautiful, sort of soft caramel, sweet, and just delicious. Baccarat Rouge is expensive, but it is worth it. And then again, aren't we all? Cheers. Those were my 10 fragrances that I'm looking forward to wearing in the spring. If you got anything out of this at all or enjoyed yourself, please do consider subscribing. Don't forget to hit that bell down there to let you know of any of my further posts. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to thank you in advance. Until next time, I want you to take good care of yourself. Always smell nice, and I'll talk to you soon. Until then, Centrail out.